Greetings, humans. I'm Andy, and I'm George, and welcome back to the Windmill full of corpses. Right, we're gonna visit mummies and Egyptian things again. And by Egyptian things, we mean mainly the river. You know, the big one. The one that everyone knows. Yeah. It's called Nile. The band and the river. So when we did our previous reaction to Nile, we also had people going in our comments and asking us for a few more songs. So we went to Kafir, which is from the same album, and we wanted to listen to it because the last Nile we did absolutely melted our faces. And subsequently the rest of our bodies. And that's a good thing. Yes, it is. I agree. No. Oh, I am so hyped. Wow! Wow! Oh my god! Wow! Oh my gosh! Oh, that was so... Wow! Bro, what are you trying to do with those gongs and vocals? You're trying to summon the spirit of Tutankhamun to haunt the world and cover us all in, like, sand? Because that's what they got over there?
I don't think they're trying to summon his spirit. I think they are his spirit.
Yeah.
Like, if Tutankhamun reincarnated in anything, it's this band.
Yeah, if you go and you bury Tutankhamun into the pet cemetery, this is what he sounds like when he comes back.
Bro, when it comes to, like, old school metal, like the dirty stuff, I think this is my favorite band. Two songs in.
It might be some of the best, like, old school metal we've ever heard.
I mean, we like Meshuggah, we like Fear Factory, we like Suffocation.
Yeah.
What else is there? Is there anything that matches this abomination?
No.
Oh my fucking god!
Like, and it's such a complex and changing. It doesn't only change ideas all the time. It also changes tempos all the time. So it's definitely one you gotta listen to.
And time signatures.
Yes. I mean, probably.
Yeah, they do that. And they do it fluidly.
Mm-hmm.
Like the rhythm pattern just kind of progresses.
Yeah.
Like a new rhythm emerges from the old one.
There was like the tappy riff that we were synchronized tapping along to, and
yeah, that was so good.
I don't think it was actually tappy, but it was like a sort of lead-ish run that was actually a riff.
Yeah.
And there was that, and then there was the part that says there is no God, and both of those happened twice. And aside from that, I cannot structure this song.
No, I can't either.
The solo was dueling the bloody priest guy doing Arab shamanic vocals or whatever the hell that was. That just gave me this image of the guy singing like on a boat floating down the Nile trying to, pray to the gods, and at the same time everything else is like demons crawling underwater going like, take a load of this guy.
Yeah. Dude, but that whole section was so well executed. Like, I just went blank face on that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because first it went on the really low, grimy sort of part that was slower, and then that cut and you had the priest vocals show up, and then being interrupted by the smashing sort of full band hits.
Yeah.
And then from that it grew into the guitar solo.
Yeah.
And the guitar solo was like this completely maddening barrage of blast beats on the background while it was happening.
Yeah, but it wasn't just like, aside from the fact that you had solo over like the most running drum parts, which is like add the intense thing over the other intense thing. But it wasn't just a solo, it was alternating with the priest vocals. It was actually dueling for a while there.
It was dueling?
Yes. And there was at least one alternation, so there was like priest vocals, lead, priest vocals, lead.
Mm-hmm.
There was at least that. I couldn't say.
Yeah, but I think they also overlapped.
Yeah, probably.
And,
did they? I don't know.
I think.
It's the best kind of mess.
Yeah. No, because it's organized. It just becomes a mess in our heads because there's so much going on that you don't keep track.
Uh-huh.
There's this band that I've been listening to from a label called The Artisan Era. That's like a very technical death metal focused label, more like modern bands and shit. And there's this band called Erroneous there. Everything they're doing is Nile. I'm willing to bet on that after hearing these last two songs.
Okay.
The vocal style is Nile, the drum patterns are Nile, the way the leads sweeping are Nile, and they even have like all sorts of mythological themes and stuff like that on their second album. That band, I don't know what all their influences are, but cross my everything, like to rip me to shreds if Nile isn't among their influences.
Yeah. You know what I want this band to do? I want them to tour with Rivers of Nile and name the tour Rivers of Nile. Like a co-headline with these bands would be the shit.
Cause I don't know if they would co-headline because Rivers of Nile would probably open for Nile.
I don't know.
But I see what you're saying.
Rivers of Nile is my favorite tech death band, but they're under serious threat, guys. What the fuck?
Or I had someone telling us, like, this isn't tech death, this is like old school death metal, and I'm like, yes, it is. But it's tech death. It's because you take half the tech death bands these days, they're not this technical.
Yeah.
Like, this is insane.
Yeah, but I feel like for people who grew up with the real death metal, which is this, which we didn't grow up with, we grew up with the more new wave shit and metalcore and had to find our way into the heavy shit from that stuff. I feel like saying technical death metal isn't just a matter of making death metal technical, because death metal is technical.
Yeah.
I think it's a matter of making it sound mainly mechanical, right?
Yeah.
In the way bands like Meshuggah or bands on the Art is an Era do, right? So it is technical death metal because all death metal is technical death metal in that sense.
Well, your everyday band from your local place that plays in a pub where there's 10 people is probably not that technical.
Yeah, and then there's the likes of like more melodic bands like Dark Tranquillity and Insomnium that are not technical in this sense.
Yeah.
But, you know, the old school death metal is like, it's technical.
Yeah, like Cannibal Corpse, Suffocation, that shit.
Yeah, Necrophagist.
Yeah. Necrophagist is like what would happen if Archspire was back then. Like, that shit is mad fast.
Yeah.
Anyway, are we done here?
No.
So if you enjoyed this reaction, we'd greatly appreciate the likes and shares, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe with bells on.
Thank you very much for stopping by. We hope you enjoyed your stay, and we'd love to see you back at the Windmill very soon. Of course, he's out.